is great. I love it. Here we go, baby. I'm going to help you be successful. That's my job. Believe it. I've been doing this 27 years. That's a fact. Disney ESPN ain't going to help you because none of them know the right side. Trust me, they know nothing. Let's kick their ass. They don't know a damn thing about handicap. And I'm coming after you, Disney. I'm the guru. I'm Sportsguru.vegas. That name was earned by picking winners. That's how it works. Make no mistake, I'm here to win. Absolutely, we're here to win. Welcome, gurus, to my show, Sports Guru Vegas, live Las Vegas, greatest city in the world. Welcome to my show today. Well, we finally had a correction yesterday, and I told you it'd be coming. That's normal. No big deal. We do have a round robin to talk about today. Also, I'm going to release 2 of the NFL games. We'll do it today because, the playoffs, who's ever going to play is going to play, right? This is the last game. They'll take a shot. They'll do whatever they have to do. But they'll all play if they can. We know the linebacker out for Miami. We'll talk about that as well. We do have one round robin to talk about, 2 college and 1 NBA. Yesterday, gurus, when I was doing the games today, I do have to apologize. I actually released there was 1 NBA game, and I kept going yesterday. I thought they were all playing. So once I do the show and it's out, I can't really change it. I did recognize it was a mistake. It did cost us a leg yesterday. We lost Philly on the road. Not Philly, Portland. They got blown out by OKC. That bet was probably one of our weakest, but we've been so hot, I went with it. So normally that Detroit game was today. So we're going to release that. In fact, I have it right here for you guys. I kept it up because I just put it in money line optional. So today it's going to be Dayton. Take the points. Nebraska, take the points. The Pistons take the points. So the Pistons was released yesterday with the Texans. We don't need that now. We already lost the leg. So we're going to rebet the Pistons. We actually like the Pistons. I do have a future bet on the Rockets at 20-1 to make the playoffs, I believe. They just have to make it. So we'll see. That's kind of a long shot. They have a new coach. They've done a very good job this year. They're 500, and they're a difficult team to play. They're tough. They beat Milwaukee at home the other day, so they're getting it done. I don't know. They got a lot. It's hard to overcome the Warriors when Green gets back. Plus, Utah's right on their heels, and Utah's solid. Excuse me. They've been solid, and they've been playing very well since Markkanen's been back. But we did have a little correction, gurus, yesterday, and that was to be expected. And we have to anticipate that. And that's why I've been doing this so long that I say all these things because I'm used to this happening. You're going to go on a run. That was an extended run, I call it. I was very fortunate to have that. I wish I wasn't feeling like shit through most of it, right? Through at least a week of it was tough on me, but I'm glad we needed that, gurus. And we're going to bounce back from yesterday. We always do. We lost 1 three-teamer, all of them, which is better. True odds that way when you lose all 3. Excuse me, gurus. I know it sounds strange, but it's better to lose all 3 on a parlay or round robin. And why is that? Let me explain that. The reason, gurus, is true odds, we call it. So the idea of betting the round robin is actually a way there's 2 reasons I decided to do it. One was you can go 2-1 and get your money back and make a little money depending on the value. And the other reason is because you're forced to bet the same amount on each game, okay? And I think that forces us to be more disciplined. I'm very disciplined gambler. That's why I've been living in Vegas since 1998. I've been helping people win in sports betting with Mark for 25 years. And I'm very disciplined. You have to be a professional. You know, you can be as intelligent as you like, and if you're not disciplined, your life will be out of control. So I've been able to manage, but I still need help in managing sports because there's a lot of different sports going on at sometimes. It gets busy. And the round robin gives me a way to just make the bet and kind of forget about it because I know I have a multiplier. So if I hit all three, who cares? I'm going to do better than if I bet them straight. And if I bet them straight, then I have to bet them three different times, which I do anyway. But then you're laying, you have to buy the point on one. It's to me, for me, and that's why I started this show for two reasons to introduce the round robin. A lot of people who bet sports, they don't even know about. I've talked to people who've been betting for a couple of years, don't know about the round robin. Think about that. And why don't they? Because most people that bet on a part-time basis, they don't bet a lot of games. So they'll either do straight bets, a couple bets maybe on the weekend, or when their team's playing and they want to get a little extra action on it. No one really bets like the guru. I've been doing this for 20 every day, almost every day for 25 years. That's unheard of. Do I recommend it? I don't know. I did it. I enjoyed it. And I also did it because I was challenged. When I was in grade school, I'm centering myself a little more. When I was in grade school, I wasn't challenged, right? They wanted to put me in accelerated classes. But my parents said, no, we want to keep him with his friends. And that's what happened. I wasn't challenged at all. I wasn't. I didn't go to an elite school. I could have for sports and for academics. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, right. I can't even say it. My mom has to say it for me. Uh, but it's true. She'll tell you we don't lie here. And I come from her, so she's a very intelligent woman. Great woman. She was a leader of the women's movement, my mom. She started working in the 70s full time. Ended up getting a administrative job. She got a degree in her early 40s. Very, one of the greatest women I've ever met in my life. That's not being biased. Gurus, I've been in my own business for over 30 years. I've met a lot of people from every walk of life. And I mean, between Vegas and my previous experience with schools and my hats that we used to make, my brother and I've met, forget about it. I've met so many people. And I don't know those people personally, but what I know what they've accomplished and done and how they've treated me. Some of them are my friends still. Obviously, you want to hold on to these people as long as you can. Well, my mom had me, right? So I've been lucky enough to be with her forever. So you can't ask for more than that. If you have, if you're trying to sculpt a human being, she would be my mom. Coach K for Duke, right? He said something on to a reporter that was interviewing him. He said, and I texted it on, I put it on Facebook. I don't want to misquote him, but I'm going to just say what I believe. It was very close to I think this is it. Be as tough as your mother. That's what he told his players. Every year he said, I would tell him preseason, be as tough as your mother. And I heard that. This is the first time I ever heard that. It was what is it, about a month ago, right, Mom? We heard it. Yeah, and we played it. My mom and I were both. I go, Mom, come here. I want you to hear this. And she loved it. And I posted it because to me, that connects so deeply. My mom asked me to do this podcast because every day I'm on the phone with her, I'm complaining about the China virus, politics. Those are the two things. Because baseball, I mean, excuse me, baseball, sports, we don't go over it together. It's not that we talk a little bit about it, but mainly we talk about our family, right? We try to solve problems together, my mom and I. But we're always trying to help the family out. That's her and I have kind of always been like that. And but bottom line is the character. I'm biased. Of course, I'm biased, but I can tell you, people, you gurus. I wouldn't be a guru if she wasn't a guru. I can tell you. That's enough said right there. So let's get back to the games. But I wanted to plug my mom because she's here. She's been here. She's leaving, I think, tomorrow, maybe. And it's been a blessing, gurus. And if your moms aren't with you, just know that I could have everything, money, fame, fortune. If I didn't have my mom, I would trade all that in a heartbeat for 10 minutes, 5 minutes with her, any minute. You follow how important this is to Guru? And how, I'm going to say this before we move on today, gurus. If you have family out there that you haven't connected with, do it. If you can, do it. I don't know the circumstances. If it's that bad, stay away, because some people are so toxic, you can't be with them. So I get it. But this thing with my mom, it's a very special, gurus. Now, just getting back to the games real quick, we have the round robin. So we have 2 college, Dayton +2, Nebraska 5. Now, these are the numbers you can buy to and get. And the Pistons +8. You may have to buy a half point right there. It says buy to tie. But it was 8 yesterday, Detroit, so it went down a half point, buy it up. Money lines are optional. They always are, gurus. You know that. And what that means is if you have a $100 unit on your 3-teamer, you go like 80-20 on these games. $80 Dayton and the points, Nebraska points, Piston points, and then you put another ticket in 20 away and take all the money lines. That's going to accelerate your bets. And that's why we're here. So we had a good run, gurus, an exceptional run. So for the first 4 weeks, it's been 6 weeks. I said to you gurus, it'd be better if you're betting straight bets, right? I said that from the beginning. And yes, if you look at it overall, you would still be better off betting straight bets. And you'd be in a better cash position betting straight bets. That's a fact. Can't deny that. But I also told you why I don't do it. For me, I don't like to rebet on my phone. That means I have to bet everything twice, and it already irritates me to bet a round robin. I do it every day, and sometimes the phone sticks, and sometimes all this crap, whatever the app. So I want to do the least amount of work and get the most for my money. So I put the round robin in mostly, and then I'll bet off the round robin depending on the situations. If we have a game, we can hit both sides. So if we have 2 in already and I only have 1 to close, I can bet either side and try and win 2 bets. We complete the round robin and hit a hedge. So how do you do that? Usually, gurus, I take 10% of the bet. So if it's a round robin and you're betting 100, away, then you'd want to put I would say, about $20 on that middle. You don't want to bet more than that because you don't want to take too much juice. And I'll tell you why. Because in the big scope of things, you're not going to be able to catch every round robin that you have 2 in. You might be busy. You'll be working. There's other things you're doing. You have families. And you're going to miss half. I do. And I don't even have distractions, but I just about fall asleep and I'll miss the whole damn thing. So I'll catch some of them. And whenever I catch them, I bet them because I can win both sides almost every time. But I don't sometimes. When would that be? Never if I'm 1-1. See, I never middle if the ticket's 1-1. I need the 2-1 to make money. I forget about the middle. That's out. Never. But I will add actually. So if I'm 1-1 and I like the last game, I'll add a little money to it. Not a lot though, gurus. Be careful. That's where the money management kicks in. So I might put a leg. That's if I like the game a lot. Maybe you have a $100 unit, right? Bet 50, 40. But you don't get nuts with this stuff. You don't need to. That's one of the reasons I do the round robin. because I don't get caught up in I have to go 2-1 that day. I accept it. If yesterday I told you a correction's going to come. It always does, especially when you're winning at that high of a level. Um, but I didn't. That's one of the reasons I didn't chase any games. I didn't add to ASU, even though the first two were losing. I didn't add to any game. I let it happen because we've been winning a lot. I'm anticipating not having a good day here. Now, what is our goal, gurus? Our goal is to shorten that process, right? How do we do that? Well, we have a lot of games ahead of us still for this season. I told you yesterday in our show that this is going to last for 2 months, what we're doing right now. This is the kind of volume we'll be betting. And then we're going to go into March Madness together. We're going to have a good time, Guru. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yes, there's going to be days we lose like yesterday. We lost. We lost both round robins, and we're already down a leg in the other. But that's going to happen once in a while. You know that because you've been through this already with me. It's happened a couple times. We went 0-5 on a Monday, and we came back and we went what was it, 8-2 or something. And that's what experts do. Now, will I predict that today? We only have 3 games today, and you're looking at them right now. I can't predict that, of course not, but with certainty. But I will say we're not really doing the NBA, but I like this position. The college basketball, we're gonna. It could be mixed now, gurus. We don't know how it's gonna come. Will it be in a series of wins? We will find that out, gurus. And again, we're early in bas. There's not a lot of games today. If you look on the board, it's about 15 to 20. So there wasn't much to bet anyway. Tomorrow is actually be a very good indicator. One thing I've learned about betting sports is if you have good bets, it doesn't matter if you've been hot or not. That makes no difference. Now, you could argue in the big scheme it doesn't as well a little bit. And what does that mean? So Mark and I spend a lot of time every day giving you guys the best positions that help make you money. Okay, that over the long haul will either compete, which I always tell you that's the number one thing we have to do is be close to profit so that it's attainable. And then once we attain it, we got to sustain it. Right? We're getting there. We're very close, gurus. And so that's why you're with me, and we're battling. Remember, we had to overcome a lot of things. You haven't gotten all my games for the years. I just started doing that. Tomorrow will be 4 weeks on TikTok, Twitter. Look how fast that goes. That I've been sending all my picks out, and since then we're ahead. You can look at every single round robin we're ahead. That's for 4 weeks. So that means you won't miss any more games. See, before I started the show, the first 3 weeks, I didn't do 4 weeks. I didn't do a Sunday show. And it might have been 5. So we had no NFL we were releasing. Then I called David, and I'm going to give David a little plug here. And we'll go back to this round robin, gurus. Main Stage Pro. So the video at the beginning of the show is by David and Chase, and David's the CEO of MainStage.pro. They put these videos. I've been playing the same one lately because they've made we call it a show opener. It's an opening promo. So I've been staying with that. It's kind of like a brand, and we'll adjust that. Me and David will be working together still. We're just not as much right now because he taught me everything I need to know. The show is pretty basic to run, gurus. But there's some flaws once in a while, but we had one technical difficulty that day. The show wasn't even on. It was on for like 5 seconds. And that was when I was first getting to learn everything. But that won't happen anymore, gurus. Once in a while, I'm going to make sure of that. I guarantee it? No, but we haven't missed a show since that, and I don't expect to. But David helped me with the videos here, and he deserves credit for that. Gave me a good price, and gurus, I'd recommend going through them. Let's see. Let's put my handle on here. And I want to welcome the newcomers, the new followers on Facebook. On Twitter and X.com is really the name of it now, not Twitter. X.com. I'll try to just say that every time out of respect to Elon Musk because he is, a brilliant individual. His platform is solid. It's going to go up in the stock. I'm going to be investing in it more. Because what happens is we're becoming more and more dependent on these platforms for everything. You know, if we look at the world, it's pretty amazing how I can have a show by just putting some lights up, a camera, some software. It's not cheap, but it's not anyone can afford it who has, small savings even. You can afford it. Now, one thing I've learned, gurus, is since 2019, there's a lot more competition. My goodness, there is a ton of it. But that's okay. Guru's used to that. I'm used to competition. I've been competing as an athlete, right? Or I've been competing as in business, and now I'm competing on the on this podcast. I'm looking because there's no Raider trophy behind me. There's a chair, Mom, a high chair. Look behind me. Shouldn't even be doing this, but here, whatever. There's a high chair here instead of my Super Bowl trophy. The Raiders. Here she comes, Emma. There she is. That woman I described. Yeah, take that. There you go. Gotta cover up that and put the Raider trophy in there. Move that over where it was. Thanks, Mom. See? I had a friend make that. Now make sure the Raider logo's facing it. What's going on here, Mom? There. Oh, forget it. Just something's going wrong here. This might go viral. Why not? That's great. Oh, Jesus. What a wonderful world we live in. And you know what? It's a live show. I love it. I think something. You're not going to get out of it. You're just bending over. They can see you. Stand up. Anyway, there's my trophy. I had a woman make the Knights one up there, and that's the Raiders one down there, gurus. So yeah, they're different. And I had her make it for me because I saw it on the top of this clothing, and I said I gotta have these for my props for the show, and she made them for me. It's you just use aluminum foil and some styrofoam cutouts. She did a pretty good job. Anyway, gurus, let's get back to the games. So subscribe. You already have. Thanks for your subscriptions. Our followers are coming on TikTok and X. Now, when I get out there and meet people, I get more YouTube. That's what they mostly sign up when I'm out there. So, whatever we can get Guru's help, whatever way you can help Guru with these subscriptions or these followers would be very grateful to me, and I'd appreciate that. I have goals to get to by the Super Bowl. I'm trying to reach those, but that sickness for 3 weeks set me back on a lot of ways. You can't even get creative when you're not feeling well. I just started going on platforms like First Take, right? Undisputed, Get Up, and I'm just now commenting on those shows. This is after 8 weeks we've been doing this. This eighth week, full week, and I'm just starting to do that this week. That tells you how long it takes to grow your show. Because I was, doing everything else always. Then I got sick, and it just set me back from progressing. I was just trying to labor to get on this thing, and it's just been tough, gurus. But I'm here still for you. So I want to get back to the games, and then we'll finish the football. We'll talk about the playoffs tomorrow a little bit. Just back here. Okay, here it is, Guru State, where we have 2 road games, college hoops, and then we have a home. Now, yesterday we didn't win on the road, but we didn't win anyway. We lost to Alabama A&M. So hopefully this time we get some retribution here, as they say. I'm going to leave this up for you guys in case you come in mid. We're almost at the halfway point. So that's our only round robin today, gurus. I want to talk a little bit about the NFL tomorrow. And because I know we love it, right? I was looking at my views when I send out videos on X.com, and I noticed it's triple, quadruple of what I send out daily. So the people watching the videos by 4 to 5 times, well, yeah, about 4 times, about 3 times are watching the NFL videos when they come out. So that's interesting. So that's why NFL we can't miss. Like this year I started this podcast, this show on YouTube on the 11th week of the NFL season, coming up to the 11th week, and that's 10 weeks of critical weeks of missing out on getting my show to more people. I had a good season, therefore they would have stayed with me because I were winning. Not many people can do that, as you know, during the NFL. And that's okay. We'll be back next year, gurus. But I did get it started so that I'm college basketball, which has a lot of action involved. So one thing I love about college basketball is from an investor's perspective, we have the opportunity to fire back on a given day to get our money back. Because when you're in this line of work, you want to have you do want to have action. So the more games I have, the faster I can get my money back. That's how it works, gurus. So, but do I need time off? Of course I do. We all do, right? We work hard. All of us work hard. This isn't easy work. I don't just sit behind a mic with a headset on. First, I spend time on these games as I've shared, and it doesn't. There's no day off. There is none. Sports is there. I could take it off, but what if we have a big day? What if this hits today? That's a nice profit for all of us. So we got pluses. We'd have some money line pluses. I gotta bet this today. That's the way it is. I don't have anything written out for the NFL, but I will just talk a little bit about the uh, NFL games tomorrow. There's only two, and we're actually taking both home teams, gurus. I like the Texans. That's taken me time. Flacco won with a great defense, and they do have a great defense, Cleveland. It wasn't as great as that Raven defense, though. Ray Lewis, those are the only two words you need to know. The greatest linebacker in football history. Him and Buckus, different players though. Lewis was a player who's much faster, right? So in my eyes, he's the greatest of all time. Butkus started the greatness in that position, in my opinion. The greatest, certainly the greatest impact player, right? You couldn't get by him. He's a big, strong, forget it. But both players are tremendous. So anyway, with that being said, neither of them are playing this weekend for Cleveland. And as much as I respect their defense, which they do, they have a tremendous defensive line. This is going to be a difficult game. They lost earlier to this team in Houston, but keep in mind, Gurus, Stroud wasn't the quarterback, and we're getting points. I need that field goal, so I bought it. I'm waiting. I'm hoping Cleveland money comes in tomorrow because he's a rookie quarterback. Rookies are not. You got to understand, Gurus, in the postseason, you're supposed to bet against them. Okay, now here's why I'm not. In my situation, circumstance, Flacco beat Keenum, not Stroud. Keenum's their backup. Even though I bet Keenum because it was small. I don't even know if I released it or not. I don't think I could now because he's a new coach. I think I just bet it on a side bet. But he'd won a game for us the week before in Tennessee at the Titans. So I stayed with him just for action. But that was a bet I released. So Houston, I've been doing okay with. I did not release them against the Colts, but my original intention was to release the Colts, so I got off of that. I got on the Texans, but I bet another bet on my own. I didn't share that with the show, and I do that. Who cares? That goes back and forth. What matters is what I share on this show, gurus, nothing else. But I'm giving you my idea of why I got to this position. I just believe that we didn't get a field goal. I think it's 2.5, but we need to buy that to a field. We want that field goal in that game. It's going to be a defensive game, right? We have two defensive teams. That their philosophy is defense. The coach from the Texans is from the Niners. He's a defensive coordinator doing a tremendous job in Houston, and Stroud's going to be he's an exceptional quarterback as a rookie. Now, what are you going to do in the postseason? This is how you're measured, right, at the next level. This is another level. And again, it is a lot to ask for a rookie to play against a team like this with this type of defense and expect to win. But we don't have to win. A field goal is a lot in the NFL, Guru, especially in the postseason. And we'll take a tie here if that's what it takes. It will be close. It's not going to be a blowout either way. Thanks, Mom. It's not. The defenses are too good. It's going to be a battle. And you could bet the under. I don't know what the total is. I'm not a total person, but I think it's an under game. Viewers. So think about that because they're really gonna, Stroud, they're not gonna give him a lot at first to load up, but he's an exception. We saw last game he hit a 70-yard bomb. Will he do that this game right away? Probably not. I don't know, but we'll see. There's a different era of sports. These quarterbacks have been playing in these systems since high school, that they're still have some of that in the NFL. So they're used to this, these type of offenses they're running. They're used to throwing the ball a lot. They grew up doing it now. So the adjustment is big from a psychological standpoint, also an experience standpoint, right? The game changes in the playoffs. It gets everyone goes out on every play. And in the regular season, they reserve themselves. That's how it works, gurus. They have to make it that far, and we know how to win there. That's why we win. But we also know how to win here, right? Now, these big plays, no, they're not. They are plays that we like. The other ones, the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs, the spread's been going up in this game for Kansas City. It's up about 30 cents on the money line to 40. So you're getting it a little late because we're talking about a little late. Again, I'll probably bet it today because I'm watching it going up still, and that's they have some injuries. Waddle might be out for Miami, maybe, and they have a linebacker out. So we'll have to look and see. Again, Gurus, I told you yesterday, as I shared, I usually release NFL on the day of the game, but I'm not doing that today because I want to talk. I love the fact we love football, and we don't have much basketball today. But as this continues, the basketball will be dominating this show. It already is. We're betting it every day, you can tell. But football, we're holding on to those last, right? This wild card weekend. We get to watch 4 games this weekend, I believe, or 6, whatever it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun. How can you? We're here to have fun, gurus. Remember, I talked to you about that yesterday. We're winning, and I said, yes, you have to celebrate winning. You have to celebrate winning in sports betting. You have to because you don't do it enough not to, especially when you go on a really good run. Take it in, enjoy it. Now we have videos to look back on where we kicked ass. And let's start a new streak, gurus. This could be the beginning of a new streak. That's the exciting part of betting. And why are you with Guru? Because I'm going to manage all this. I'm going to make sure we don't go too far south when we do. We always are playing plays that I know are in the black. We just keep rotating them for you. And that's how we do it, gurus. And we have fun. And when I'm empowering you, trying to, we talk about things I want you to remember with or without me, right? Quarterbacks matter, obviously. There's a lot of things that matter. But why? So the Chiefs, why does this matter? Well, they beat them in Germany this year, and I had Miami in that game, and I think someone got injured, and the base of the game was, I think it was Tua. Something happened in the game. But anyway, the Chiefs won. I was getting only like 2.5. I knew the Chiefs were down this year, and that's why I took Miami. I didn't have the show at that time. But that was my first loss in overseas. I've been doing very well. I had Jacksonville every game they played. I think I had Atlanta. I didn't have Atlanta. I was hot. It all started. There was a couple games. Every game that came on, I was winning it. It's small, I'd bet it. Sometimes I round robin it with other games that day, but I had one loss on the Euro games. But next year we're going to get all those opportunities to do that with Guru as well, so that's fine. Chiefs beat them in Germany. They beat them in the second half. It was a close game in the first half, but the Chiefs got the money. They're at home. I think the Chiefs limped into this postseason. They got there, right? They made it. That's all they care about. They made it because they're champions. They know they can make it all the way now. I don't think they're going to this year. I don't think they have it this year. They don't have the receivers. They might lose this game. It's hard for them to score the Chiefs now. However, I think this is This is Mahomes we're talking about here. What are you going to do? Bet against them? Good luck. I'm not. So I'm taking the Chiefs. Now, these are only 2 games tomorrow, Gurus. So I have a good idea for you. Go on my show. No show tomorrow. We know that on Saturdays I don't shoot. There's too much work. But you can go on TikTok, Twitter, and you have been because my show's viewership's down, which is normal because you can just get all the pics on the X.com and TikTok, and that's fine, Gurus. I did that for your convenience. I also did it to get more exposure, obviously. This show, unless you go to it, you're not going to find it, right? But if I post it on TikTok and Twitter, obviously, and X, everyone who scrolls, I can force myself. I'm answering more questions at other platforms. I use hashtag Sportsguru.vegas. We're up to over 13,000 views. That's tiny, right? Everything's tiny we're doing, but tiny turns into massive. You just got to keep doing it. And that's why I'm doing it. I am determined to be the best podcast, the number one sports show. However they want a category they put me in, I plan on being number one, Gurus. There's no exception there. There's nobody like me out there. I know that. I've been looking, and I know it. There's no one who's lived in my shoes like I have. I've been in Vegas for 25 years doing this, meeting people in the book. Who's done that? No one's done that. Come on. We know the deal here. So you stay with Guru. If you met Guru, you're blessed. And if I met you, I'm blessed. There's a reason we met. And go with it. Stay with it. That's what life's all about. I met Mark and Mark will be on the show Sunday. He's not feeling well today from this trip. But on Sunday, he made a commitment to be here, and he will follow through with that. And I want you guys to meet him, and you will. So, but Mark and I met in a book, and then again we reunited on a tram on his birthday, and we've been close best friends ever since. Business partners. So that's how our futures are made. Who we run into, who we meet. You met Guru, you stay with him. That's lock that in. I'm going to be here until my last breath for you guys. So God bless us all. Money line's optional. Here's our round robin again in college basketball, which we've been on fire. We did lose yesterday, Guru. So now we get ready to bounce back again and balance all this out. Hopefully this is the day it gets done. Road teams are a little bit different, a little different to win, but when you're winning, you're winning. These are bets, these are positions that are favorable to us, and we keep playing them. We have Nebraska +5, Dayton +2, and the Detroit Pistons, who are 2-0 with. We've won 2 bets in a row with them, and now we're hoping to win 3. Houston is not an established team. They're going to make it to the end game. Maybe they won't make it, but they're having a good year for Houston, and I have a small future on them to make the postseason. So see what happens with that. But Detroit's been covering. They lost the luck. They lost 26 games in a row, 27. Well, guess what? They won one, right? And then they covered. So you get a bit of few things average out always, Guru. So Detroit's got to go on this ticket. It went on it yesterday. We're going to double it up, and that's on me a little. That's on me, Gurus for that. Whatever. It happens sometimes. It's Mark and I. We don't have a team, so sometimes we look at the same score. We forget that it runs into the next day, right? But that's life. Could have won too. Um, so that's what we're doing today, Gurus. Again, the tomorrow's game, we're gonna. I'm all in with the Texans. There's no reason not to be, and the Chiefs, and those two both at home, right? So that helps. You want to be home in the postseason. You want to be home anytime you can be. That's a safe place to be. So we like our positions on these games. We don't love them. We like them. And love. That's why I bet a round robin all the time. When I love something, I'll put it on 2 round robins. Or that's not love. That means I like it double, which is, yeah, you could argue I love it, whatever you want to call it. Those are due to win now because we had been chopping on those in the past, which is, oh well, that's life. But now we'll start winning them because everything that we do in this business, if we have a good strategy like I do, it's always going to come back no matter what. And I have to understand that and know how to manage that to help you, gurus. I'm your guide. So anyway, so we already talked about that. So I'm going to close the show now here, gurus, by saying TikTok, Twitter tomorrow, right? Start looking for the videos at 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time. That's when I'll shoot out early ones if we have them. There's a ton of basketball tomorrow. We're going to start working on it tonight, Mark and I. So we'll get that done for you. I'll get those videos out ASAP on TikTok, Twitter. The NFL will be included in those videos, and we'll find a college basketball game to put with it, or an NBA, doubtfully a hockey, but either college or NBA basketball, NBA basketball or college basketball. One of those will be with this Texans Chiefs game. We may bet a Sunday game with the Texans Chiefs and do a 3-team in the NFL. So I'll let you know when I send it out. So you'll see it tomorrow. And you put the alert on your phone for both of those platforms so that when I send the videos out, you get it right away. You can get the bets in. And follow me. You don't even have to look at this. Follow Guru. You'll be fine. And I told you that. And they maintain that. A lot of work, gurus. You don't have to do it. Oh God, I would love to have this. I wish I could find someone like me, but I haven't been able to. Except Mark, and we've worked together, so it doesn't matter. But come back tomorrow. I've kept it up the whole time, gurus, for you. And just understand, tomorrow we'll release the NFL again. I'm giving it to you today just to talk about it a little bit. We're excited the playoffs are coming. But come back Sunday. So we're going to shoot Sunday morning at 9 is what I've been getting, about 9. It's not exact, but we try to get it out by 9 to like 9:20, 9:30. Just a way to catch up on any college basketball, NBA, and NFL. There's a small NFL board now, gurus, but out of courtesy to the sport, out of respect, there are a lot of shows on Sunday morning. I want to be one of those. So we're going to do a show. We've done it 4 weeks in a row. We're going for 5. I love the playoffs. I love the NFL, meaning I love betting it and I love watching it. I don't like the politics of any of these sports, but I love watching these great athletes play and betting on them. I think it's fantastic. I've been doing it for 30 years and I love it, right? But we need our downtime, gurus. So we got your 3-teamer today. I want you to put that in. I've left it up the whole time. Money line's optional. I'm going to bet it. I would suggest you do too, because those numbers are still due to chop. We're due to go like this now, but we could take off because of the college basketball. And Saturday could be a very good day for us. So remember that, gurus. College is our bread and butter. NBA, we're probably gonna go like this, more steady. But I can only tell you what I'm thinking. We had a very solid 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. It'll be fun. Remember, I'm handicapping it better this year, so I'm could be some good things. So we're going to always give you good bets. We're going to always compete, Gurus. So come back Sunday morning at 9. Mark will be here. I'll make sure of that. Um, Tomorrow, look for the videos on TikTok and X.com, Twitter, X.com. And get ready. Let's have some more fun. Tomorrow's a big day, Gurus, for college basketball. Get ready. We'll probably have a lot. We're looking at 3-round robins, probably at least. There's 140 games, a lot of work. So we're going to have about 3-round robins. Look for those. They're coming. And then we'll have some probably NBA. So thanks for being here today. Appreciate you guys always being with Guru. We want to be global. We want this show to be basically in your lives for the rest of your lives. That's how we want it. Something you just automatically do with your family. Sure, bring it on. And we'll grow. Celebrities will be here. I'll have video, all this crazy shit behind me one day. But for right now, we're getting it done. The information's getting to you. We're getting results. That's what we start with that. That's all that matters, really. The other stuff's just all extra. They have that on Disney, ESPN, and Fox. That crap. Sure, we'll have it. It looks fun. It looks nice. But what is this? This is it right here, Gurus. This is why we're here. We do the work. We're accountable, unlike these people. All they're talking about is where Belichick's going to go. That's next year. And he shouldn't be going anywhere but home to sit on his couch. Maybe 72 now. I have a lot of respect for him. No matter what, he won 6 rings, Brady or not, he still won them. So I have a lot of respect for him. He's not the greatest coach in my eyes. I think Walsh is the greatest coach. That's my humble opinion. But he is a good coach. He's a great coach, maybe. We'll have to see. If he goes to another team and he wins, he's a great coach, one of the greatest. I haven't seen that yet. His own team hasn't done well. Went to the playoffs 3 years ago, got blown out in Buffalo, never came back. 8-9 the following year, and horrible this year. But that's okay. Maybe he knew he was leaving. He started not caring as much. That's Bob, and he's going to coach again, Gurus. It looks like he's ready. We'll see what happens. So, but we worry about the games today, which I gave you, and then tomorrow we get ready for the playoffs and college basketball, and we just keep having fun, Gurus. Right? Be grateful every day. You're alive. Try to take care of yourselves like Guru best you can. A lot of viruses out there, so be good to yourself. Do the best you can. These games will help you appreciate sports more, and that's what we need in this. We need to appreciate things more. And if I can help you do that, then I've fulfilled my job on this earth. And so anyway, videos tomorrow, X.com, TikTok, right? We're in a routine now. You're getting used to this. That's good. That's how we stay successful. We get a routine that works and we keep banging it. And then we have the show Sunday morning at 9. Hopefully, I'll try and get that done for you guys. I should be able to. It's a small NFL board, but they could have raised their college bets games, and that could take me longer. We'll see how that works, but I'll get it all done. I want to be on by 9, be done by a little later than 9:30, so we can all enjoy these games. Give us time, but come back Sunday morning. I'll send the videos out tomorrow. Thank you for being here with me today, Gurus. I love you. God bless you. Have a winning day, and I'll see you Sunday morning.